Mis pancico ustedes, hombre, les van primeramente. Saludos, respetos going out to everyone. Um, do excuse that my carrucha, my carrito, is not clean right now. The windows, they're all dirty. I just came back, but I wanted to do some content, so here I am. Uh, Here's my hands. I'm not holding the phone. But check it out, though. People often ask me in a DM or in the comment section, how did you get your CDL license? Well, that's simple. That is simple. Drink water, mind your business, and you'll last longer. Pero watch out. So, how did you get your CDL license? Commercial driver's license. First off, I did not know any of this was there for us, any resources, nothing, you know. But from my understanding, since they started closing down the pintas, closing down the prisons, um, the money that they were using for the prisons to house inmates, they started investing it on programs, resources for parolees to dive into, and for those that want to better themselves. And when I was first on parole, there was none of that. There was none of that, and if there was, I never knew about it. So, you know, I heard about this program named D.O.R. D.O.R. Department of Rehabilitations, and I called them. And uh, it's a process. It's a process, like everything. You have to get accepted. So, you have to go to the office. Plain and simple, go ahead and Google the nearest D.O.R. Department of Rehabilitations near you. If you're on probation, they're already offering the programs to you, the resources to you, and or on parole. Furthermore, moreover, moreover, um, before I even proceed, I wanted to let you guys know what you're getting yourself into. First off, driving driving semis is a very, very dangerous job. Matter of fact, pobrecito, I just heard this guy from New York. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I seen on Instagram that a guy from New York, he was going down Colorado, coming down Colorado, going, coming, I don't know, and he didn't make it. He didn't make it on those mountains. It's dangerous over there. So if you're gonna be doing over the road, it gets very, very dangerous. That's one thing that you gotta keep in mind. Also, it's not like everybody says that just overnight you're gonna get a job. Nah, hell nah. You're gonna have to look everywhere. You're gonna have to fail. You're gonna have to do this, that. You're gonna have to fill out like 100 applications. Call like 20 people that you know. They're gonna call like 50 people that they know, and everybody's gonna tell you no. It's not easy to get a job unless you have family or you're. I got very, very lucky. Shout out to my boss, Serafin, that gave me a chance. Other people, whoever gave me a chance along the way, Cervantes, Trucking, everybody that gave me a chance. But my current employer, his name is Serafín, el señorón, and without without my job right now, I wouldn't be making this video. So shout out to him and his company, and they gave me a chance. So I'm established right there. But let me explain to you. Let me explain to you how people get paid when they first come in, because ain't nobody gonna want to hire you because the insurance will not cover you. The insurance will not cover you. So ain't nobody trying to hire you. Ain't nobody trying to go out of pocket. Some people they buy their own insurance, and that's the only people that are gonna be able to give you a chance. Like I said, unless it's a relative. Uh, so people say that there's a lot of money in trucking. I haven't seen that. I haven't been able to see that. You know what I mean? Um, but I also understand. But I also understand that I'm new, and I have to pretty much earn my bones, trials, tribulations, the struggle. And once I learn how to drive real good, once I learn how to back up real good, once I learn how to do this, that, and the third really good with experience, hopefully I'll make a career where I get paid really good. But at the moment, let me tell you how they pay you when you start off. I've been in a couple companies. Uh, the companies right here local, they pay by the load. They pay by the load. What does that mean? Uh, let's say you go to Salinas. Uh, let's say you go to Salinas. Uh, from my understanding, it's like anywhere from 100, 150 to 300, $350 per load. Um, that's local. I never really had a job right here, so I wouldn't really be able to tell you. But those are people that have already been doing it for a while. So now, when you go on the road or over the road, or correct me if I'm wrong, whatever the right terminology is for that, when you go over the road, uh, there's companies that are going to pay you 23 cents a mile, 25 cents a mile, uh, 28 cents, 30 cents a mile. With a team, it's double if you're by yourself. I personally have a ticket, so uh, and I'm not embarrassed to say, because I feel like I get paid 23 cents per mile, right? That's because I have no experience. I trucked it. I already have a ticket, and pretty much ain't nobody gonna give me a chance. So they gotta pay the insurance, whatnot. So that's what I came in getting paid, still getting paid that. I haven't been there that long. Uh, but that's how much you're gonna be getting paid. So people that say they get paid like $2,000-3,000 per viaje, I don't know how they're doing that. I don't know how they're doing that. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you from my experience, entry level, that's what you're gonna get. But I'm grateful to have a job. I don't want no misunderstandings. I am grateful to have a job, but I want to inform the people what they're getting themselves into, and don't think you're gonna come out of the struggle overnight. So with that covered, with that covered, with that covered, with that covered, once I got accepted to the D.O.R. because I didn't have no money, so they pretty much paid for my license. Once I got accepted to the D.O.R. program, I enrolled myself to Sergio's in Simi Valley. Shout out to Sergio's. Shout out to the staff. My boy Brian from Simi Valley, from the west side. I known him for a long time. I was with him in county jail when I was 18. He was 18 as well. Uh, he's the one that put me up on all that information. Matter of fact, gracias to Brian, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be making this video, educating you guys. But you go to the DMV, you get your permit, So you gotta pay. I forgot how much, dog. Like it was under $200. You pay for your permit. You gotta pass your permit. You get it, and then you go to the school. If you have the money, you don't need D.O.R. If you have the money, you don't need D.O.R. Shout out to Ryan from the Department of Rehabilitations. He's the one that helped me out. Uh, he was, I don't know if it's called case manager, case counselor. I don't know what it's called. But if you have the money, you don't need D.O.R. If you don't have the money, you need D.O.R. So once you're funded, you go to the school and they're gonna teach you. There's a bunch of stuff that they teach you. Air brakes, pre-trip. Um, what else do they teach you? Um, Straightforward, offset, and there's a few tricks that they teach you. So a lot of things that you, a lot of the things that you learn at school are very, very valuable for you. But also, let me tell you, let me tell you that. But also, let me tell you that once you start, with the reefer and all that, it gets a little more complicated. And all I can tell you from what I've learned is never lose track of the trailer. It doesn't matter if you have to go back, if you have to go forward again. It doesn't matter if it's going to take a little bit longer. Do it, because in doing so, you're going to be able to see behind you. It is what it is. So so con eso dicho y establecido, this is the video. So this is my video on how I got my CDL license, and I am now employed and working. Uh, I am now employed. I am now traveling all over the United States. Uh, it's like a dream come true. This job is like a dream come true for me. Uh, it's amazing to go to Utah, Arizona, Vegas. Uh, it's amazing to go to Florida, South Carolina, Minnesota, you name it. There's there's work all over this country. I got blessed. I got lucky. And with that being said and established, shout out to all the troqueros. Matter of fact, anybody wants to collab on some merch, uh, I'll try to start selling it. But we need to make some trucker merch, dog. Shout out to all the truckers. Shout out to all the dispatchers. Shout out to everyone in the building. Con eso dicho y establecido, is your boy Cholo Juan. I'm out. Bye.